everybody, it's Miss Pollard from PFAA again. I have my Thomas Charter School shirt on for us today because #we are NCS. Here's our second at-home Learning to Act with Miss Pollard video. And in this series that I'm making, we are focusing on the senses. Because remember, acting is behaving truthfully in an imaginary land. And in order for us to behave truthfully, we have to pretend to engage our five senses. We have to pretend to taste something. We have to pretend to see something that may not be there. We have to pretend to hear something that might not actually exist in reality. And when we do that, that is the ultimate in acting. That's when you're really acting. So these videos are going to give you a chance to practice engaging in your senses and practice your acting. And today, we are going to focus on smell. Now remember, there's five senses. There's touch, hearing, sight, taste, and smell. And today, we're going to focus on smell. Smell is really interesting. Have you ever noticed that when you go into somebody's house, it has a certain smell? Have you ever noticed that somebody else's dog might not smell like your dog? Because, like scrub their ears and doesn't smell like your dog. Everything has a really unique smell. We can go into one of our favorite places in the world and it smells the same each time. And if we smell that sometime in the future, it takes us right back to that moment when we were little and we walked into that place for the first time. And I know that right now, while the schools are closed and we're all in our houses, there's an awful lot of emotional reactions going on. I don't want you to be afraid of those emotions, right? And we're going to focus on smell today, and I'm going to ask you to emotionally react to a smell. Don't be afraid of the emotions you're going through. Think of it as practice for future roles in your life when you're acting on the stage, in a play, in a musical, because that's what acting is. We are pretending to have emotional reactions. And if we've never let ourselves have emotional reactions before, how would we ever know how to act? Right? All right, we're gonna start with smell today. Okay, for our first smell, let's start with, and I wonder if you know what I'm talking about. Have you ever been to the mall and you get close to the Cinnabon store? Can you smell it right now, right? It is the most amazing smell, and I always find myself walking right toward that store, which is a problem, but that's for another day. So what is that smell? The Cinnabon smell. There are so many different smells, right? You've got that bread baking, that dough, that really intense cinnamon smell, and you can smell the sugar that's sort of dripping all over those Cinnabons. So right now, on the count of 3, I am going to ask you to take a nice deep breath through your nose, and I want you to pretend you're smelling that Cinnabon smell. You ready? Okay, I'll do it too. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and now I'm literally looking for the store. It smells so good. It's that cinnamon, and it's so pervasive. It's just everywhere, and it kind of makes you feel like you're at home. Like you're comfortable, like everything's gonna be okay when we smell that Cinnabon smell. And then of course we go to the store and buy some Cinnabons. Let's do it one more time with the Cinnabon on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it smells so good. Smell it? Me too. Okay, let's do another smell. We are going to smell, how about, that strong smell of chlorine in the summertime when we go swimming? It kind of stings your eyes just a little bit, especially if it's really strong. But at the same time, we usually have an emotional reaction attached to that chlorine because we love to go swimming and we're gonna have fun with our friends and we're going to dive in and get water up our nose and make all those great memories. So even though chlorine has like a little bit of an acrid smell, it still smells like fun, right? So on the count of 3, I want you to pretend you're smelling that chlorine smell in a pool, okay? 1, 2, 3. I want to go swimming so bad, don't you? Do you want to do it one more time? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. See, my body just wakes up and I have that instant sort of emotional reaction that I'm gonna have so much fun today. That's the power of smell. And that is emotion connecting to our sense of smell. Super powerful. All right, one more. We'll do one more smell. Let's do cookies in the oven. Let's do your favorite cookie. My favorite cookie to bake, and I love the way chocolate chip cookies smell, so I'm gonna pick chocolate chip cookies. But on the count of 3, I want you to tell me what cookie is your favorite cookie, okay? 1, 2, 3. Excellent choice. Okay, whatever you just said. Those cookies are baking in the oven, right? And I want you to, on the count of 3, I want you to smell the smell of cookies baking in your oven. Are you ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3. I love chocolate chip cookies, and you know what? It literally smells like home. Again, with that Cinnabon smell that we did at first, that's out in the mall, right? But when we have cookies baking in our house, everything's gonna be okay, and we're gonna feel great, except we're probably gonna eat too many cookies, but that's okay too, right? All right, let's do it one more time. Whatever your cookie is, whatever your favorite cookie is, you're gonna smell it on the count of 3. Ready? Oops, I went too quickly. Well, I like cookies. All right, 1, 2, 3. I want cookies. You want cookies? You guys, you were acting again, right? You were using one of your senses, your sense of smell, and you were having an emotional reaction to that sense of smell. Again, I just want to remind you, don't be afraid of emotions. Emotions are just practice for acting. All right, now I'm going to give you a little assignment this time. Now I want you to, if you have parents at home or siblings at home, or if you're on a Zoom meeting with friends or with family, you make up a smell. You make up a smell and talk to them and have them smell that smell and see how they react to it, right? It'll be super fun. All right, you guys, I'm Miss Pollard from PFAA. This is Learning to Act.